The lunar wolves began to descend upon Jagoras. Thousands of Thunderhawk and Stormbird gunships landed upon the world, and Horus and his men marched, intending to arrest Jaghatai Khan. The lunar wolves soon found themselves encircled by dozens of warbikes, landspeeders, and jet bikes, the traditional intimidation tactic of the White Scars. The lunar wolves raised their weapons in response, but Horus ordered that no one was to open fire. He walked on ahead, alone from the rest of his forces, and once more called out to Jaghatai Khan. Jaghatai Khan rode towards him on his custom warbike and revved its engine repeatedly. He demanded Horus to leave his world and leave him be, for there are more important things at stake. Horus said with a sad voice that he cannot leave without bringing Khan back either to Terra in chains or in a coffin. For Jaghatai was a traitor in their father's eyes and needed to be punished for his actions. Jaghatai Khan was enraged, his whole body trembling with anger. He dismounted his bike and drew his Talwar blade, activating its arcing blue energy field, taking up a combat stance and standing his ground. He told his brother that he was no traitor, but he would not be arrested, and if Horus wanted to bring him back to Terra, it would be over his cold, dead body. Horus gripped his mace, Worldbreaker, in his hands, and thumbed the activation rune, causing the weapon to crackle into life. The whole world seemingly fell silent before the two brothers charged at one another, followed by the legions under their respective command. As the last remaining battle barge from the Battle of Prospero raced through the warp, the newly appointed Lord of the Thousand Suns, Azek Ahriman, hoped that they would encounter some of their brothers. When they re-entered real space for the Tech Marines and the Mechanicum Adepts to carry out urgent repairs, Ahriman's prayers were seemingly answered. A trio of light cruisers made course to intercept them, both painted in ruby red with the heraldry of the Thousand Suns Legion. Azek Ahriman opened a transmission to the lead vessel, and was relieved to see his brother of the Corvidae cult, Reviol Arvida. Arvida inquired as to what Azek Ahriman was doing so far from Prospero. Ahriman, with a heart filled with sadness and regret, informed Arvida of the fate of Prospero, and of the heroic sacrifice of Magnus the Red against the traitorous forces of the Space Wolves, and of the change of Leman Russ into a new bestial form. Reviol Arvida had always been a skeptical soul, but seeing Ahriman so far from Prospero and away from his Primarch's side convinced him it was true, while he thought Ahriman to be too shadowy for his own tastes. One thing Ahriman was not was a liar. When Ahriman asked about the mission that Reviol Arvida and his men were undertaking, Arvida smiled. They had discovered a piece of ancient technology on a nearby moon. A standard template constructor which could construct the legendary and highly dangerous Men of Iron.